The Food Security for the Ultra-Poor Programme, or FSUP, is a 5-year promotional safety net funded by the European Union and running from 2009 to the end of 2013. Implemented by 4 international development agencies, WFP, Islamic Relief, ICCO and CARE, it aims to improve the socio-economic welfare of 135,000 ultra-poor women in the most vulnerable districts of Bangladesh.
Bangladesh has made great progress in many areas over the last few years in reducing the number of poor people and increasing food production. That's really quite a success story. But at the same time, there are many millions of poor people in Bangladesh, and there are groups which are particularly vulnerable, and there are people who are marginalized by this and who have not benefited from the great progress. So I think our approach has been to try and provide support to those people, women and children and people in the poorest areas of the country who have been left behind by some of this progress, targeting them, targeting the poorest. And I think this project has been very successful in getting through to over 135,000 households, the ones who need assistance most. And that's something which we want to concentrate on the future when we're looking at poverty, concentrate on the poorest people, the ultra-poor, the ones who need most assistance, and to raise them out of poverty. That's been very much the focus of this project and will be the focus of future EU interventions in support of the development of Bangladesh.
The project was implemented by 4 international development agencies, CARE Bangladesh, with 55,000 beneficiaries, operating in the northeast of the district called Hawar, in precisely the districts of Netrokona, Kisharaganj and Sunamganj. ICCO was operating in the district of Gaibanda and had 40,000 beneficiaries. The third partner, Islamic Relief Worldwide, had a much smaller project, 10,000 beneficiaries in the district of Rangpur. And the World Food Programme had 30,000 beneficiaries in the 3 districts of Bogna, Pabna and Sirajganj. According to PCU's midterm outcome survey carried out in early 2011, all 4 partners had achieved or exceeded their key indicated targets for increased household income and nutritional status. So in fact, the project has already achieved success. The first result area was increased productive assets and sustainable household income. This was achieved through the provision of skills training, followed by an asset grant in cash or in kind for an income-generating activity, or IGA, of the beneficiary's choice. 65% of beneficiaries chose some kind of livestock IGA, such as cattle, goats, poultry or ducks. Due to the vulnerability of chickens and goats to disease, however, cow and bull rearing proved the most successful livestock IGA. Beneficiaries were provided with the required skills training to take care of the nutrition and health of their animals.
My group select cow as my IGA. I have got my cow after 2 days of training. After 1 year, I have got a calf. I used to get 3 liters of milk per day. I kept some milk for my family and remaining sold to the local market, and money was saved. Next year, I have got another calf. From the 2-year savings from selling milk, briquette, cow and vegetables, I have bought a land expending 30,000 taka. Now I can live better than previous.
There was good cooperation with local government livestock officers, both in training and facilitating access to cheap vaccine. Some partners created the IGA of vaccinators or paravets. Many beneficiaries originally chose poultry. Although the eggs make a useful contribution to household nutrition, vulnerability to disease is a constraint, especially in winter, and income was not robust enough to be a main IGA. However, ducks, especially in Hawar, have been more resilient and profitable. 35% of beneficiaries chose non-livestock IGAs, including small business, weaving, basket making, tailoring, food and snack making and rickshaw pulling. CARE's main development strategy was on community mobilization, and for this reason their cash grants were a little smaller than other partners. Because of this, many beneficiaries used these grants to supplement existing small businesses, such as grocery shops, transport, making of food and concrete slabs for safe latrines.
I have got assistance from European Union and CARE to make slab. For the grace of Allah, now I am leading my life quite happily.
A unique component of ICCO's project was disability mainstreaming. The aim was to assist 11,000 disabled beneficiaries or their family members to enter the workforce and contribute to household income like able-bodied persons. Project inputs included provision of assistive devices, improvement of vision, small operations and treatment of leprosy. This represents the first attempt of its kind in Bangladesh at a disability mainstreaming within a promotional safety net program. In addition to the IGA asset, a cash supplement called Monthly Subsistence Allowance, or MSA, was also given by Islamic Relief and WFP for 18 and 24 months respectively. This was to ensure basic subsistence requirements were taken care of before IGAs were in profit. Improvement of the nutritional status and behavior of beneficiary households is a key part of food security and the second main result area of FSUP. Nutritional status was improved through a combination of awareness raising, increased income, consumption of eggs and milk from livestock, and increased consumption of vegetables from home gardens. By mid-term, all 4 partners had registered significant improvements in average food consumption score over the baseline. CARE's Ekata groups establish demonstration gardens to show correct husbandry and nutritional content of various vegetables and herbs.
20 numbers of women and 10 adolescents are members of the VDC formed in Chorpara village. We make a nutrition garden and trying to use the garden as a model to eliminate malnutrition. Other members are following this garden to make a same for her.
The empowerment result aims to create and strengthen capacity of community organizations such as village groups and federations, increase access to government and private sector services, increase awareness of rights and representation of ultra-poor on local government committees, and build greater individual confidence.
I think now we are more empowered with the assistance of European Union and CARE Bangladesh. Now we are more aware and got proper guideline from CARE, so we expect we will get long-term effect in women empowerment and we will be more empowered day by day, even after completion of the project.
Every 3 months, there is a meeting of a standing committee where the women members are present along with government official and NGO representative. At the meeting, they used to share their problems to all. Decisions are taken with the consent and involvement of all members. For necessary action, this regulation of the meeting is sent to UNO of Upazila headquarters. In this way, we work together as substitute of each other.
Major results of this component have been the election to Union Parishad local committees of FSUP beneficiaries, and the increased awareness and response of local government concerning the rights and issues of the ultra-poor.
Previously, we do not have any idea about our rights. Now we are more aware about our rights with the intervention of Islamic Relief. We have rights to our parents, we have rights to our Union Parishad, we have rights to our Upazila Agriculture Officer and Hospital.
Strong linkages and good cooperation was established with the local livestock department for skills training, animal husbandry and healthcare.
গাইবান্ধা ফুড সিকিউরিটি প্রজেক্ট ফর আল্ট্রা পুর এর মাধ্যমে আমাদের
Different types of services are provided to Gaivandha Food Security Project for Ultra Poor by Livestock Department from government level. Medical support and vaccination is popular of them, and now they are more aware about the medication and vaccination of the livestock. Now their access to government service is also increased, and we try to provide them proper and timely services. Our team provides services directly to the members of the project.
মাঠে গিয়েও তাদের সেবাটা দিয়ে থাকে।
Empowerment included assisting beneficiaries to access government and private house land using various modalities. In Rangpur, Islamic Relief facilitated a profit-sharing venture between the Union Parashad and a group of beneficiaries to plant fast-growing forest species on roadside embankments. Women's village groups were created as a forum for delivering interventions, for raising awareness and providing training. Groups also carried out their own activities such as savings, group IGAs, lobbying and negotiating with the local government.
Previously, we used to say VDC, that means Village Development Committee. Now you will tell Village Development Organization to make the institution empowered and permanent.
CARE's version of the Women's Village Group was called Village Development Committee or VDC. Among the four partners, the VDC was unique in combining ultra-poor beneficiaries with non-poor and elite members of the community in a pro-poor forum. This approach has been successful in mobilizing the support and attention of the whole community towards the situation of the extreme poor.
I'm not an ultra poor, but I'm a member of VDC. The poor people of this locality need help, and we want to help them if they come.
In some VDCs of CARE's project, beneficiaries committed to saving a handful of rice each week. In addition to the VDCs, CARE created another thematic group called Ekata, comprising of teenage daughters of beneficiaries. Their aim is to create awareness and advocacy regarding important community issues such as early marriage, payment of dowries, environmental sanitation, and improved nutrition, drug abuse, and human trafficking. Since much of the poverty we are attempting to alleviate is caused by vulnerability to natural disasters, especially flood, an important component was to strengthen resilience to such disasters using a combination of measures. At the individual level, these included cash for work events to raise their own houses above flood levels and improved household readiness for disaster. At the community level, interventions included construction of flood shelters, provision of safe latrines, awareness raising in schools, and participation in community disaster risk reduction committees. Faced with overcrowding in the village of Poli, Kisharaganj, a private donor gave 263 decimals of his own land for a new village to accommodate 40 people. Beneficiaries were paid cash for work to raise the land above flood level, and they moved their old houses to the new land. This created a new village called FSUP Poli, which was inaugurated by the EU ambassador.
It is a haur. In the rainy season, all places will be covered with water. European Union helps us a lot to raise the plinth level. Now we have got the protection wall and able to lead a safe life. Now we have permanent resident where we can nursing dog, we can send our child to school.
This project is about trying to get through to reach the poorest people, the most vulnerable people in Bangladesh, the people who have perhaps been left behind by the progress. There has been remarkable progress in Bangladesh in reducing poverty and increasing food production. And I think in the future we will be emphasizing nutrition perhaps more than in the past, and that's something where we all have to work together. Government, NGOs, different development partners, working together to address the important question of food security and nutrition in Bangladesh.
The FSUP has significantly exceeded its log frame targets and provided many useful lessons about implementation modalities and best practice. For that, we are justified in calling it a success. The PCU would like to express its thanks to all the stakeholders who helped to make this success, including the European Union, the 4 implementing partners and their dedicated field staff, local government agencies, and above all, the 135,000 ultra-poor families for grasping the opportunity that was given to improve their lives.